The simplicity of the big issue and the design interiors in the window leave a chic elegance that would look great on any simple, clean magazine. The main disadvantage of these would be that they don't really break any conventions, something I would like to achieve this year. Although, if as mentioned I was going for a clean design that would break conventions in other areas, such as its imagery, then one of these types of mastheads could look great to keep the magazine actually looking professional instead of amateur. The interiors that I spotted in a window in Doncaster, clearly, and I thought it could be a really good look for my magazine. Obviously Doncaster being changed to Sheffield and the name of my magazine, but other than that I just thought it looked quite professional and would give a clean look to my magazine, which is good, except as I previously mentioned, it doesn't break any conventions, and it'd probably have to go at the top of my page, and I was aiming on actually putting my masthead in the middle of the page for this project, as I believe, as it's a free magazine and doesn't need to stand out on a bookshelf, I may as well do what I want with it, and putting it in the middle just shows that I can break the conventions in these ways. The big issue, it's really cool, it's really well designed, it's got good art behind it, but the main thing I was looking at was the masthead, which it just keeps it nice and simple, which would be what I'd be going for if I went with the other one at the top of my page, and then obviously the artistic side of it would have to come in the picture or whatever I did with the front cover. So coming on to the used magazine, once I get that up. There we go. This was actually probably one of my favourites that I'd really like to use. It's probably my favourite of the bunch. Instead of actually creating the masthead, it creates everything else around it, leaving the masthead behind, which makes it very distinctive. And the colour of the used masthead, rather than being a colour, is just going to be the colour of the picture behind it in every single issue. Now, this is something that I actually found really cool, because obviously, it's used, and the masthead's used, which is, it's clever, and this could be good or bad, but obviously this relies a lot on the image. As the image is the only thing that stands out on the entire page, the image would have to be really good, and also complement the masthead. I liked the idea of it being a black box in the middle of the page, and this is something I would actually like to duplicate in my own magazine. As it gives a cool feel, and there's also Pilot as well. And Pilot also has a really interesting design using the middle of the page, and it allows the reader to focus really on the photography. And although I personally would like the photography to be, the masthead to cover more of the page, whereas Pilot is completely blank on the middle, completely focusing on the photography, I still think it's really cool and definitely something to take note of. Lazy Oaf is also interesting, it's certainly and interview, I like them both, they definitely feel different to the normal despite being at the top of the page, and although they follow the typical convention of having the masthead at the top of the page, they've kind of got a more friendly feeling and they have a more hipster kind of chill overall, but it's designed in a way that wants to make you feel like it's not a magazine and it's just a friendly, loving title. Lazy Oaf is underlined with a curly line and gives a cute, friendly, warm look. Interview's similar, where interview's written in a more handwritten font, and this makes you feel like you're the actual interviewer and you're interviewing, well in this case, Angelina Jolie. And I assume that's how it's going to feel every issue, where it feels more like personal to you and the magazine than anything else actually would. And although I probably wouldn't want to do this, I just thought there was of note, because they're quite cool designs, and there's certainly bits of them that could be used in mine. So here are the designs I came up with based on the ones I was just showing you on Pinterest. So this top one here, this was meant to be my attempt on the window that I took the picture of, that, the professional looking font. I thought this could maybe go on the top of the page, following by obviously the rest. It'd need really good photography, but I think it looks quite professional, looks quite nice. Maybe not something I go with, but I'll put it on there to see how it looks once the pictures are taken. The second one, this was my attempt on the Lazy Oaf kind of look, which I think it's quite nice. It's maybe there's a better font. I downloaded this online. This is called Little Days, this font, and I think it's quite a cute, inviting font. But obviously, a listings magazine, it isn't exactly meant to be cute and inviting. So it's cool. Again, I'll try it, see how it looks, see how it goes with the house style of the magazine, and then we'll just see where we go from there. I quite like this one I've done at the bottom. So obviously, you know, meant to look like it's been walked on. This one took me the longest. I'm not sure if with the footprints it looks too childish, but obviously this wouldn't be a backslash, it'd be a black box instead. And so I'm definitely gonna try this one first, because this is meant to be my attempt on the used sort of look. I'd like to try this as a black box in the middle and maybe take out the letters like used did to show the picture behind. But I'll try it this way as well, put the black box in the middle and then have the logo exactly like this, and with a few tweaks we'll try and work out. This was the one that I'd probably like to go with, but I'm certainly going to try them all. And then we come on to my designs for the actual magazine. Mind my bad drawing, but this was my general idea. So this is meant to be, it's a take on the used magazine, so like, it's really similar, you know, probably the barcode maybe there, that's the same as used, maybe there, maybe up here, wherever, it can go wherever, but a black box in the middle of the page, really simple, the logo, and filled in black cut out, really simple, and then obviously the cover image, which would go behind it. The contents page, which is here. So this is, I want to go a little more creative on this and try and put a little bit more design into it to make up for the front cover. I wanted to have an image and it be cut up by white boxes. I'll show what I mean in a minute by the magazine that I saw for inspiration for this. But then in between will be all the lines for the pages. So for the content, the actual, you know, the actual contents. So this is my example where it's a 30 and then whatever the thing is, 34, whatever the thing is, and so on and so on. Just a nice title at the top. You can, I might put that up here, might put that over here, maybe something extra up there to fill it up. This is just a rough design, but the main thing is that I want a main image that's going to be cut up and continued all the way through here, like I will show you with this. Just like this. So image, really cool, big bit at the bottom, all cut up by the actual contents, really creative idea. I might want to change this up a bit, but for now, this is the base thing that I'm going off. And then we have the double page spread, which I'll put them next to each other. Okay, so I've tried to put these as close next to each other as I can, but basically this is going to be my double spread advertisement. So I haven't completely decided on the idea whether I want to do two separate adverts, so one on page 1, which could be this one I'm about to show you, but I'll probably rearrange it around, or one on page 2, or whether I want it like I've planned it here, just as a double page spread. So my idea was banner, logo, I just wanted it nice and clean. Again, I'll show the idea that I got it off. Picture, you know, we want wide angle images of bedrooms, because this is meant to be a student accommodation advert, so wide angle to make it seem like the bedroom's a lot bigger, you know, big thing of the city to try and prices highlighted probably in a different colour, just to make them stand out. But this is what I got it off, which was wherever it is, here. So yeah, just nice and clean. Obviously I'd want to change up a few things, but again, this is just a base thing to go off. So, you know, you probably want the wide angle image I was on about. These are optional. These are changeable, but I just wrote them on there for sake of it. These can be whatever, but I'd like a wide angle. I think this is really clever with the wide angle of the bedroom. Just make it look really big. And but alternatively, like I was saying, I could do two one-page adverts. So if I did this, then I could maybe fit this, the prices near the top with the logo, so the logo and the prices, and then here I could have a big wide angle and then online information, then another advert entirely here. I might come back to that later on, but for now I'm just going to tell myself that I'm going to do this. Okay, thank you very much for listening. have a good day.